Hello everybody, this is Justin here. So today in this episode, I'll be doing an in-depth analysis on this upcoming project called Sora. Alright, so Sora will be launching this 22nd of June, and our preview will be from 22nd of June all the way to the 2nd of July. Alright, so show flag will be ready on 22nd of June, but before that, let me go into this analysis to let you have a better understanding before you even go down to the show flag to see why Sora is a development that you can consider. And on top of that, I will be going in depth to analyze each individual layout so that you'll be able to have a better understanding in terms of the facing, in terms of the layout, as well as the price point, so that you'll be able to make an informed decision. Let's move on to the project itself, Sora. So for 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom type in Sora, I only have one layout, and total each bedroom type I only have 18 units. Meaning to say it's very exclusive. I do not have a second stack, I do not have a lot of supply, and I do not have a lot of competition within just Sora itself. Alright, like I mentioned, for the 4-bedroom type, there's only one stack, which is stack 25 over here, fronting the Jurong Lake Garden, full unblocked lake view. Size-wise, this is 1528 square feet. Alright, what I like, or what is something different, unique about this layout is, first thing first, of course, must have wide frontage, 5.6 meter frontage, living dining area. This is something that once your guests, your visitor come and visit you, or even the buyer that comes and view your unit, this is the first impression that you're going to create for your buyer or even for your guests. Second thing, very importantly, private lift. So for private lift, basically, I would say that not all buyers would actually prefer to have a private lift. However, we need to understand where our current location is, which is, like I mentioned, the second CBD of Singapore. So imagine when second CBD, or the full transformation of the Jurong area, Jurong Lake District second CBD is up, probably you may have CEO of startup company or even some companies that start to move their office to Jurong area, and they will be looking at luxury layout, luxury condominium with private lift layout that they will want to have. So this is, I would say, that one of the rare feature of 4-bedroom private lift that is not common in the market. And going forward in time to come, if let's say you are able to, or if you are the owner of this unit itself, I would say that this is one of the layout that could appeal this group of buyer that is looking at luxury close to their office or close to their workplace. And end of the day, in terms of price point wise, I would say that this is something that people are willing to pay because of the uniqueness, the supply over here, as well as the private lift feature that this particular 4-bedroom unit can provide. Alright, so let me go into the layout itself. Other than the wide frontage as well as the private lift, on one side on the left, alright, this will be your junior master, where of course you can house, if you are multi-generation, your parents or your parents-in-law can actually stay in this junior master itself. Alright, otherwise you comes with 3 other bedroom and your master. Okay, what I want to bring across to you is the master comes with a walk-in wardrobe. Alright, and of course your master bath is attached master bath. Okay, so master bedroom is actually huge. It's actually 17 square meter with your walk-in wardrobe, and most important thing, like I mentioned, is the frontage of this particular 4-bedroom. Okay, because of the wide frontage, you will get the full Jurong Lake Garden view across the whole entire layout itself, whether you are in your junior master, you're in your living room, or your master. Okay, of course, once you have your private lift, you also have the second access, which is over here, your delivery guy, your guests or whoever can actually enter from here. Otherwise, you got a nice wet kitchen area. Alright, you still have your wet kitchen and a dry kitchen area over here. This is your dry kitchen. All right, so once you enter, or once you exit, or once you come back from your private lift, you have entrance either directly to the living area, or otherwise, if you are doing your marketing, you can actually enter from the dry kitchen area. All right, so this 4-bedroom type, like I mentioned, within Sora itself, there's only 18 units. And what I want to bring across to you is not only in Sora, District 22 supply of 4-bedroom white frontage is only over here. So of course, in terms of 4-bedroom, there are different size types. So I break it down into 1,002 to 1,003 square feet. There's only 115 unit. All right, most of them are in Lakeview. All right, then a 1,003 square feet and above, white frontage, no private lift, there are 84 units, most of them in lakefront residence. And if you are looking at 1,003 square feet and above with private lift, District 22, there are only total 73 units. And these 73 units are all the newer development, which is Jayden and Lake Garden residence. Of course, ours is 1,528 square feet. Okay, it is even bigger than 1,003 square feet and above. And one of the questions that some of the buyer may have concern is that today, if I buy in Jurong, okay, 4-bedroom, big floor plate unit, 1,005 square feet, will I be able to sell in future? I think this is one question that a lot of people may have concern, because today I'm looking at a quantum of maybe close to $3 million. Buying in Jurong, will that be a concern where going forward, will I be able to sell? All right, so of course, end of the day, we need to understand, first thing first, of our supply is low. Yeah, our supply in this area for a 4-bedroom type is really, really low. And if you are looking at the same attributes with private lift, 1,003 square feet and above, white frontage, total unit, I only got 73. Okay, next, let's take a look at somewhere close to us, Clementi area. Okay, buying at the advantage of what this developer is having, unblocked view. On top of that, I do a comparison with private lift and without private lift. Of course, within this Park Clementi itself, there are 4-bedroom unit with private lift and 4-bedroom unit without private lift. So, end of the day, we need to understand, private lift, does it really matters? Does people really feel the emotion surge of, hey, I want to have a private lift since I'm already buying a big unit, I want to be more exclusive, I want to buy something that, you know, it's rare in the market. All right, so I use these two examples. Of course, this unit number 1804, unblocked with private lift, meaning to say I'm crossing the unblocked view with private lift. Of course, doing a comparison with 15th floor, block without private lift. What do I mean by block? Block, it doesn't mean that I'm facing HDB, I'm facing something that is a wall or whatever. No, I'm still having a good frontage of the swimming pool view, and the distance to the next block is still pretty decent. Just that it's not unblocked in a sense. All right. So data has shown. All right. So basically, let me reiterate. So over here, 04 is unblocked private lift, 48 is blocked without private lift. So let's take a look at 04. This is unblocked private lift. Unblocked private lift. All right. Size wise will be slightly bigger because it comes with private lift. Size is close to 1,005 square feet. Comparing with a unit, this is not unblocked. That means I'm facing the pool. All right. But I do not have private lift. So once I do not have private lift, my size will be slightly smaller, 1,238 square feet. Bought almost similar timing, less than 6 months apart. Bought almost similar price. However, when it comes to resale, as you can see over here, when it comes to resale, the one that comes with private lift command a higher price. Buyer are willing to pay more. How much more? Buyer are willing to pay 3.38 million. Back then, when they bought a unit, they paid 2.537 million. So, same thing back then when this buyer bought at 2.53 million. This is one of the questions that they may actually comes to their mind. I think it's very, very normal. Is today I buy at 2.53 million. Next time I need to sell at 3 million, 3.3 million, 3.5 million. Will buyer willing to pay me this price? Today, just February 2024, this unit was sold, holding period of less than almost 3 years only. And the buyer that bought back then in 2021 made a profit of 843,000. And the main difference is private lift. Yes, maybe they may have to pay slightly a higher premium, all right, and they are willing to pay this to really enjoy the private lift itself. But end of the day, as you can see over here, because of the low in supply, because of this unique layout that is not common in the market, especially we're talking about the western area of Singapore. Private lift is not something that is really not like the Orchard area or even the Bukit Timah area. Private lift in the OCR area is something, a luxury item that we call it, a collectible item that we call it. And end of the day, with that, when the buyer come in to view during TOP or slightly after TOP, they are willing to pay a premium because, like I mentioned, this is something that is not common and it's a luxury collectibles item in the market. All right. Next, of course, I use another example, same development, same thing, twin view. All right. This time round, I take both at the same facing, meaning to say one with private lift, one without private lift, but both facing the same reservoir. Okay, so in terms of floor level, slightly, almost pretty much similar, 21st floor and 20th floor, 20th floor with private lift, 21st floor without private lift. Okay, so as you can see over here, let me go back. So 02 is with private lift, 06 is without private lift. So 02 with private lift make a profit of 743,000, whereas 06 without private lift, 483,000. 483,000, I mean, if you ask me, is still a decent profit. However, what I want to bring across to you is that, end of the day, the uniqueness, the exclusivity, the luxury of this kind of layout that is not common in this area itself, going forward, you will be able to command a higher price. Why? Because people are willing to pay in terms of this exclusivity. And end of the day, like I mentioned, within District 22, which is our transformation area, our second CBD area, more and more companies are coming in, more and more foreign investors are coming in to set up their offices, home office or company office in the second CBD itself. Going forward, this could be one of the collector's item or collector's layout, collector's project that they are looking for. And if you remember back then, my previous slide regarding the supply and demand, I do not have a lot of 4-bedroom, wide frontage, private lift in District 22. And in fact, I don't need a lot of buyer that actually wants to buy. Because frankly speaking, in Sora, I only got 18 units. And I would safe to say that all these 18 units, most of them, or in fact all of them, are buying with own stay in their consideration. It's just that going forward, when they want to resell, when the next buyer start to come in, I would say that they have a high chance to command a slightly higher price because of the exclusivity in terms of the private lift and the wide frontage itself. All right, so this is basically what I have for you today. Of course, if you think that you have some other things that you want to actually, you want me to compare or you want me to actually do the analysis for you, just feel free to drop me a text in my YouTube. Then moving forward, I will do more of such analysis for different projects so that end of the day, I hope that this can be something useful to you. All right, my name is Justin and I see you next time. Bye-bye.